Hey Sasha, it's so nice to hear from you, man. Um, right now I am thinking of doing so, but not before I would sell my RTX 2070 Super, and I I put it on the web for sale for about a month, and I didn't have any luck so far. People want to pay way less for it. Um, I would want to do that. I must admit I've looked into the RTX 3080 from ASUS, the ROG Strix version, but I don't actually see the point of doing so, especially in this period of time. You see, with this issue worldwide, it's not a good time to spend even more thousands of euros on my already expensive PC. And the 2070 Super does the job very well. If it wasn't for this free weekend, I would have not logged into WoW. So right now I didn't renew my subscription. I have a lot of going on in real life, and the money spent on a RTX 3080 would not make sense. uh, I really hope you hear me, because I spoke until now all along. But yeah, I think everything works. So yeah, the answer is yes and no. Yes, I would like to have it, but no, it doesn't make sense for me. Oh, okay. Maybe it's from me, but from what I see, my sound is at max, and it works perfectly. So yeah. I would overspend. I want to see if I can sell my GPU. If not, I will not make the purchase before, and then hope for the best to be able to sell it. And there is one more thing. In my country, you cannot find any RTX 3000 series in stock. So they are displayed, but they are all out of stock. So I cannot find none of it, not even at that very expensive price. So an RTX 3080 is 1100 euros, and the RTX 3090, it's double. It's 2200 euros in my country. So it doesn't make any sense. Not to mention, my 4K monitor only has 60 Hz, so I cannot see more than 60 FPS anyway. it would be really a waste of money. You see, I'm playing with my current setup outstanding. I mean, it's overpowered for WoW, even in this resolution. It would be nice to receive it as a gift though, but otherwise I don't think it would be a wise decision for me to get it, considering what I already have. Yeah, indeed. I think the delay is really high from what I say and what you hear. But yeah, it's really expensive. They are all expensive and vary, and they are not even in stock. And right now I don't even know what to do in this game. I mean, I feel again estranged with this level 50. Everything seems messed up. Luckily there is still PvP. Hey Panayotov, the keyboard is a Red Dragon 1, a Red Dragon Centaur RGB. You have the review on my channel. Let's see if I can show it to you. There's the review. Anytime. There is an incredible lag. The only advice I can give you is to stay away from AMD and buy Intel. That's the only advice I can give you. I had AMD. I don't want to hear anything anymore about that company. But yeah, feel free to join the hype, especially now with the 5000 series CPU. Enjoy the hype and get an AM4A motherboard if you want to curse your days, you know. For me, AMD doesn't exist anymore, that option. I am very pleased with my Intel system. It's headache free, you know, everything works perfect, and I couldn't care more. The MOSFET on the Tomahawk Max motherboard I had melted. Yeah, and the temps were very high, and also I got like a few hundred blue screens, up to the point where I couldn't use the PC at all. So yeah, I don't want to hear about AMD ever again. So, and about the MSI motherboards, Intel still rules in my opinion, because their drivers are perfect, you know. I will, Alfred, but it's no point right now. I have VSync on. You know, I want to not use the power, the electricity in vain, because it's no point. No, it's not. And what, Alfred? Do you want to say that the AMD CPUs are not expensive? Not to mention this new lineup. There are AMD CPUs that cost almost double than the i9 I have right now. In my country, pair for pair, so if we take the Ryzen 5 3600 versus its counterpart, the Intel i5 10400F, Intel is cheaper in my country. Not to mention it's with about 5 FPS better in games. For video editing, maybe even there the Intel is better. It has the same number of cores and threads. Why would you go for AMD? Aside from making my mistake of trusting them, you know? With the same money, it's true I would have had to wait about half a year more, but if I would have gone with that i5, I would have had it right now without any problems. So why would you go for AMD? This is it's just a hype, man. That's all there is. The products are really cheaply made, or at least with a lower quality than Intel. And the drivers are messed up. I mean, just look on the forums. It comes with a cooler, man. Depends on what CPU you are referring to, you know. For the really budget ones, the stock cooler is all you need. And if you don't like that one, you will use an aftermarket one anyway. I mean, it's really nothing. An aftermarket good cooler, no, it's really affordable. Okay, so we won. Yeah, so that's my experience with AMD, and really I cannot advise you to get that, but feel free to buy whatever you want. It all comes down to your budget, Panayotov, but I assure you that you will be able to buy at a lower price a similar Intel build, which will give you better FPS, and it will not give you any blue screens. So you are free to choose. Don't make the same mistake to trust the hype, because it's your nerves, you know, and you can't put a price on those. So many memories here. They are one of the best, so you can't go wrong with it. Probably the best RAM there is. Oh man, I don't know if I can do this boss. Yeah. Yeah, what that is a very good brand, maybe the best, you know. Try to get the highest frequency possible you can afford, but don't overspend so much. If RGB is what you're after, that is maybe the best RAM possible. I took the G Skill RAM because I had to pair it with the last AMD system in order for it to function properly. It needed a specific RAM, you know. And even so, nothing worked. Yeah, indeed, yes, Panayotov. That is the you mean the B450, right? B450. I didn't had the first generation of B450 motherboards, but the ones that supported the Ryzen 3000 out of the box. I had the B450 Max, and in theory that supports up to 4400 megahertz. If you're talking about the Intel counterpart, okay. Yes, it is true, especially with an i5. But trust me, do you think it's gonna make an enormous difference from 2900 to 3200 that I use right now? Absolutely not. And you will have a system that will work flawlessly. Not to mention that the higher you go with the RAM, yeah, indeed, it's a very good motherboard. Although I don't know if that has very good heat sinks. Right now I can tell you I would choose ASUS motherboards. So even on Intel, yeah, no, it you need more than 2666. I mean, but when you go so close to 3000, you know, you're not gonna notice an incredible difference by going any higher. And if you're on a budget, trust me, you will pay double and maybe even triple to go higher and higher in frequency. So it all comes down to what your budget is. But if I could turn back the time when I spend it on the Ryzen CPU and motherboard, I would have waited 6 months more. The Intel 10th generation series would have been launched, and I would have gone for the i5 10400F. It would have been perfect, more than I could ever wanted, and I assure you I would have had the same FPS right now in WoW with my GPU in 4K. And in 4K the difference between CPUs really is very small to none almost, as long as you don't bottleneck the GPU. But this is what I would do, you know. I would not pay for AMD ever again. Okay. Does it have a heatsink or not? Just a second. Let me look for it. I'll check it out. Yeah, so that one, it's the model without any heatsink. I'm not saying it's bad. It will work. It will do the job without a problem. I assure you. It's just that you will have higher temps. You know, that is for sure. Indeed, it has a good price, and it's that form factory that I liked. I used so much. I had like 3 motherboards of Gigabyte, the MD3H models with 1 or 2 heatsinks on them. But for the same price, let's see. What alternatives you would have? So this is the only downside, but don't worry, it would be very well if you don't want to do some stupid overclock to mess it up in vain. It will work perfectly. I assure you, you don't have anything to worry about. But honestly, I would go for the ASUS Prime B460 Plus. It is a bigger form factor, and it has a heatsink, and it's ASUS. I mean, I assure you it will be perfect. Dobry wieczór, Capone. I'm from Romania, man. Hope you heard me from Romania. Pretty close to to Russia. Dobry denia. How do you say? Привет. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see some other motherboards. Very nice. We're a lot of Slavic language people here, right? Welcome, Rick. But yeah, man, it will do the job, I assure you. But if you want to game, if you want to use it for gaming, it would be nice to have at least one heatsink there. Just, it really helps a lot. Indeed, Rick, I've been away and caught up with real life things. You know how it is. So yeah, if you still are going to spend some money, just buy ASUS. Trust me, you will not regret it. 20 US bucks plus or minus, it's the same thing, and you will get what you paid for. This is the thing. I mean, if you pay 70 bucks, 70 bucks motherboard is what you get. But again, I'm not talking dirt about Gigabyte. I had no problems with it, with all of them in the past. But from looking on YouTube at other reviewers, they measured the temps, and the Gigabyte had really high temps, despite all their heatsinks and so. Maybe the worst motherboards possible. Don't get. They are the cheapest, but also the cheapest quality. It's as simple as that. I would get ASUS, man. Just do what it takes and treat yourself. Well, yeah, we are not talking about the high end, the X99, the ones that cost like a fortune. Here we're talking about the, let's say, medium priced motherboards. When you get an ASRock, it's really cheap. I'm talking regarding the tests with the Intel 10th generation. So there were a lot of ASRock motherboards that thermal throttled the CPU. That's why I don't recommend them at this price point. If you're talking about, I don't know, the Tai Chi model, or that is a whole different story. In that aspect, it doesn't even matter what brand you get. When you pay like $500-$700 on a motherboard, is gonna be awesome anyway, no matter the brand. But on the lower tier, it's not quite so. That's why I advise you to get a, yeah, indeed, but it also comes with a price, right? It's not $70 US. You would have to get a motherboard that will not thermal throttle your CPU. You would not have to worry about this thing. And from what I've seen with the ASUS motherboards for that price point, you are in the safest zone like this. If you go for MSI motherboards, they have a very thin PCB, and maybe you'll get the same issue I had with the AMD one. If you go with the ASRock, it will thermal throttle at that price point. With Gigabyte, it won't, but you'll have very high temps. The ASUS has the best cooling and the best thermal design with that heatsink or heatsinks because they touch the VRMs in two zones. So those heatsinks are placed on the VRMs in a double-sided way, whereas on the Gigabyte model it touches them only on one side. I never had water cooling, so I don't know how it is, but all I can say is that my Noctua cooler is so quiet. Even right now it's incredible, and you can see the thermals on the i9, right? So a CPU that is they called it, oh man, a power plant. It is very hot, it draws a lot of power. Just look at it. While streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time and playing in 4K, right? So 36 degrees, but again the case helps a lot, and all the components, the motherboard also, everything must be top notch. So that's why I advise you to buy the best brand. If you cannot buy the best item possible, just buy the best brand for that item, even if it's at a lower price. So yeah, hope I helped you with the motherboard. I would get the best ASUS B460 I could afford, you know. And don't cheap out, not even in the motherboard, because it really helps with the thermals also. So make sure it has at least one heatsink. If it has two, it's even better. Okay, let's go further on. I wanna reach this zone here to kill the other boss, but I don't know what I have to take to get there, in near Ogrimmar. I really forgot. I think there was some Zeppelin or something like that. But I forgot where I have to take it. Jesus, man. I'm going to Booty Bay. Let's see if I can take that that ship there. And see where it takes me. Yeah, like yeah, that's what I thought so. From what I recalled. Thank you so much, Rick. And from there I'll fly. Here's the ship. Let's see how this boss looks. So it's so nice, it shows you right now when you're getting close to it. There it is. Well, as I told you, I would not buy AMD, you know. So NVIDIA, it's the way to go. You see that I have a NVIDIA GPU also, so I'm so dead. Let's see if I can reset it. Yep. So get NVIDIA, the best you can afford. Just wait for the, if you want to buy it now, wait for the 3000 series budget cards. So it takes patience, but it will worth it. It will be worthwhile. Oh my. Yeah. Azure gas. Let's see if I can find a group. And now let's see if anybody comes. Nice. and one more. At least people are gathering here. Man, this boss is something. But whoever is tanking, yeah, it's really lame. Let's see if I'll get a res. I guess not. Well, at least I finished the quest. Let's see now how to turn it in. So I gotta go to the Caverns of Time. I'll use the portals. This guy likes my name. Let's not get into personal stuff, Panayotov. I try to keep a low profile. It's no problem, man. It's just that I wanna be known just for the person in this game. That's all. Don't worry. It's not a problem, you know. I get from time to time questions like that, but it's all good. So don't worry. Okay, so let's take the portal to the Caverns of Time. I'm gonna go to Stormwind. And take it from there. Morales. Here it is. I have no idea what to do with this time warp badge. I can buy something or oh. Yeah. Well guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I don't know when I'll be back. Hopefully if I'll finish everything in real life, I will come when Shadowlands will be available, but I'll have to get my things in order first, and then I'll see what I can do with the game. But until then, basically my subscription, my game time will expire tonight when the weekend ends, the free time. So yeah, I'll be absent in the next couple of weeks. But it's been really a pleasure to talk to you all, even just for today. And I wish you all the best, to stay safe where you are. You see what times we live in, and I'm really hoping to catch you again and talk to you in my future streams. Bye bye, Panayotov, and goodbye everyone. Have a pleasant evening. See ya.